time for everyday fix of facts and spicy sides.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
All served hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
And I'm Chal, Lontoc. Join us in the next hour and a half where the news meets the stories that matter to you.
Again,
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Monique.
Thank you so much.
And since Monique is
Lost
here,
my voice.
it's Thanksgiving for Monique because she is American.
I'm sad I'm missing Thanksgiving back home. My family, they're all messaging me because we normally host Thanksgiving in our home.
It's
Yeah.
today, right?
So, but
It's
what are,
today.
you, what are you
Thursday.
doing here in the Philippines with your family? Nothing. I'm here with you guys. This is my Thanksgiving. But I'm sad I'm missing the food. Guys, I love Thanksgiving food.
What do you normally cook? What do
We
you
always
normally
have
serve?
the typical stuff. So we have
Turkey.
the turkey,
Turkey, yeah.
the green bean casserole, the sweet potato casserole. But we do like a Filipino twist.
Which
'cause
is?
We do lumpia.
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 Yeah, we do lumpia.
Is it turkey lumpia?
Turkey lumpia. No, it's just regular lumpia. the pork one.
The pork one.
Yeah, it's just regular. But I love Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving to all
Thanksgiving.
our
Totally have
Filipino
a-
There's
Americans.
a lot
here.
of versions already of people. There's Friendsgiving. Also, you don't have to.
What's
really-
yours? And you
have your
Mine
own.
is Pachachalamat. Give me a
Pachachalamat.
child. Diba? No, seriously, we do that. It's really just about being grateful
Yeah.
for
It
what
is.
you have this year.
Especially this season, I feel like that should be the theme of like this
Gratefulness.
Christmas season is gratefulness. Just enjoy everybody's company.
Yeah.
And of course, always after Thanksgiving is a huge
Yes.
Friday
Black
sale.
Friday sale. And you know
So-
they're doing that here in the Philippines.
I know.
Yes, they have
We're riding
online as
on
well.
now. We're
Yeah.
riding on to that, and I hope don't forget us.
And don't forget,
When you
add to
shop.
cart, but, do it wisely as well, right?
Why, my? Why is
She's like shopping
I know
already.
somebody's gonna go shopping after the show
Yeah, no,
later.
I'm really screening all the things I'm adding now. It's, it's
All
not
the
just...
things. How many things have you added
Yeah,
last
have
night?
you guys started with your Christmas?
Oh my
purchases?
No, not
gosh.
yet.
Guilty, not
No,
yet.
not
Getting
yet.
there.
Me and
Getting
Chal are the same. We'll do it last minute.
Yeah, but I have my Christmas tree up, so that's fine. At least one baby steps, baby steps.
That's a big win already. That is
Little
a
by
win.
little.
I don't even have my Christmas tree up. I lit up the whole Manila na so I don't need one in my house.
You did the rounds of the tree lighting already.
The queen of tree lighting of the Philippines.
Yes, so
Monique
I didn't want one in my
Tuzon.
house. No, I'm just kidding. My Lola's
Yeah.
gonna put it up soon.
Still, but there's serious news that we should talk about today. The Miss Universe owner himself,
gosh.
Raul Rocha, is facing charges for drug, fuel, and weapons
Wow.
trafficking.
Yeah, a
The
lot.
It
con-
doesn't end for Miss
Yeah,
Universe.
I was
Yes.
saying the controversies just keep piling up with this, and I hope that the brand gets to rise up from this because it's such a well-loved thing,
Yeah.
especially for Filipinos. And then you hear all of these stories of what's that gun?
Gun, weapons, and...
Alleged.
Allegedly.
And this was
Gun,
after.
fuel, and weapons
Yeah,
trafficking.
and remember the previous owner, si Anne.
Kun An.
Yeah, she also is hiding in Mexico.
Allegedly
hiding in Mexico. So
And
a
she's
lot
the
is
one
happening.
facing fraud charges. And there's
In
a-
Thailand, but she
Yeah.
she has based on the news, apparently she's got a warrant of arrest in Thailand. So
Going back to Rocha, though, a few days ago, it's so surprising. He said he's fed up and he's eyeing to sell.
I
the
wonder
Miss
if a
Universe
Filipino's
franchise.
interested since we love Miss Universe.
Go,
anyway.
Ferdi!
I know
We're
Ferdi
here for
can
you.
buy it.
Wow! I work like a kalabaw every day. I cannot afford Miss
Maybe
Universe. Trust
there's
me.
some Bilyonaryo out there looking to
Yeah.
purchase or acquire the Miss Universe
I feel
franchise.
like
Who
if
knows?
If it's in the Filipinos' hand, I feel like it would be so much.
Yeah, if we
Oh,
can,
wow.
if
And
we
it'd be
couldn't bring
amazing.
home the crown this year,
Let's
bring
own.
Miss Universe.
I like that thought.
But you know what's coming here in the Philippines?
What?
I'm so excited. I know all my fellow tennis stars out
Ah,
there
here we
are
go.
excited because we have the very first WTA event here in the Philippines. It's going to be January, I think, 26 to 31, if I'm not mistaken, but
Yes.
around that time. So
And everyone's waiting for Alex Ayala to be
Well,
here
she-
already.
you know what?
Yeah.
Amidst all the noise of politics and the downturn of the economy.
She's brought us
and-
all together.
Yeah, absolutely brought us all together. Alex, you are a gift for Christmas to the
But I
Philippines.
hope she shows up because it's happening. The WTA event here is happening during the Australian Open in Australia. But
It's
they
only
said,
a 7-hour flight.
yeah, I know. But they said she'll most likely make it. So no
And you
worries,
know,
guys.
if Alex comes home, then maybe she could bring the Rafa Nadal with her. That would be something, right?
Absolutely. I mean,
Manifested, girl.
Manifested,
Yes.
yeah. But you know, who also came home, as we mentioned a while ago, is Monique Tuzon. She just came back from her
Cebu.
from
I was
Hayao.
sick, and then I went to Cebu for like overnight.
What did you do there?
I just visited the family of my fiance.
For what?
Yes.
We were wedding planning.
Wedding planning.
She's gonna
It was
kill
you
you.
who made pamanhika.
She calls it pamamanhikan.
I don't know the. I don't
Pamamanhikan.
get the pamanhikan thing.
Pamanhika.
Did both families meet each other, or you met the
Via
family?
Via
FaceTime.
Zoom. So it's
FaceTime.
digital pamanhika.
Oh, we're so happy that you're
Yes.
back.
Congratulations,
And
Mom.
everything in order
That is a
already,
big
the
step.
And the
wedding all.
voice.
The voice is voicing. It's coming back slowly because of the tea. But yeah, everything's getting there.
Right,
I'm
but you know it's
excited.
getting there. A lot of tea in the news today. So
A lot is happening.
Mai, tell us what's going on.
All right, the headlines are coming up. In today's headlines, nothing to hide. House Majority Leader and presidential son Sandro Marcos says he's ready to testify before the Independent Commission for Infrastructure amid latest allegations dragging him to the flood control scandal. Inferno in Hong Kong, at least 44 people are dead and hundreds are missing as it deals with its worst fire in decades. In sports, world-class tennis coming to Manila soon. The WTA announces the first Philippine Women's Open scheduled for January of next year. And this stylish couple is about to begin a new chapter real soon, Parenthood. The husband and wife team of content creators Jeff and Rhea Ong will join us live later in the show. In today's top story, following budget insertion allegations by resigned Congressman Zaldi Co, presidential son Sandro Marcos has expressed willingness to appear before the Independent Commission for Infrastructure. Ian Maghanoy joins us from the ICI headquarters in Taguig for more on this story. Hi, Ian. What's the latest there?
My House Majority Leader and presidential son, Congressman Sandro Marcos, have sent a letter to the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI, expressing willingness to help with the flood control probe. According to ICI Executive Director Brian Hosaka, the letter was sent on Wednesday and was received by the Commission early Thursday. Hosaka clarified the letter did not stipulate a request for an executive session, which in turn follows the default online live streaming of the hearing. Hosaka also welcomed the expected voluntary appearance of Sandro, who is set to testify under oath in a bid to help with the investigation in order to gather more information about flood control anomalies. He said the commission will convene after today's executive session with Quezon City 5th District Representative Patrick Michael Vargas and Quezon City 6th District Representative Marivic Copilar, and will decide on the supposed schedule of appearance and availability of Sandro for the hearing. Mai?
Ian, how much legal weight is the ICI giving to former Congressman Zaldico's statements? Are these also being taken into account in their investigation?
My ICI is yet to comment about the recent statements and revelations of former Ako Bicol Party List Representative Zaldico on the alleged involvement of PBBM in the 2025 budget insertions, including his son, Sandro Marcos. But ICI Chairman Andres Reyes Jr. said yesterday that the commission is currently focused on the step-by-step process of investigating the lawmakers, first who allegedly received kickbacks from the anomalous flood control projects. But we will provide you with the latest as soon as the commission starts its probe on former Congressman Zaldico. Mai?
Thank you. Ian Maghanoy reporting to us from the ICI headquarters. 8 officials of the DPWH Mimaropa plead not guilty before the Sandigan Bayan 5th Division in connection with allegedly anomalous 89.5 million peso flood control projects in Oriental Mindoro. Meanwhile, Juliet Calvo, chief of the DPWH Mimaropa Maintenance Division, was absent during the arraignment after the court failed to issue an order for her appearance. Her arraignment has been rescheduled for December 2 as she remains in custody at Camp Cignal. The Sandigan Bayan has also set preliminary conferences in January and February of next year. The PNP intensifies its manhunt on 7 people accused of receiving kickbacks from flood control projects in Oriental Mindoro. The manhunt also includes former Congressman Zaldico. In a statement, the PNP said efforts are ongoing for their surrender and capture. On Tuesday, authorities arrested engineer Montexis Tamayo of the DPWH Mimaropa at the NAIA Terminal 3 as he returned from the United Arab Emirates. A total of 9 of the 16 individuals tagged in the corruption scheme are now in custody. President Bongbong Marcos should be given the chance to fix the flood control mess. That's according to constitutionalist and retired Supreme Court Associate Justice Adolfo Azcuna. He tells BNC's On Point that while it is not illegal to call for government officials' resignation, stepping down is not the right move for the president.
If he does so, it will, I think, destabilize the situation. After all, he was the one who exposed the flood control scandal, and he's apparently doing the proper steps to take action so that the culprits will be given justice.
Azcuna also explains the proposed People's Transition Council is unconstitutional.
It would violate the oath to defend and protect the Constitution, which the officials take, especially the President and Vice President.
Political analyst and Professor Malu Tiquia believes the revelations being made by former lawmaker Zaldico on the flood control scandal and alleged budget insertions are making an impact on President Marcos's tenure. Tiquia told BNC's At the Forefront, PBBM must answer false accusations to set the record straight.
Sa tingin ko may impact yan kasi nabubuo yung storya sa isip ng tao kung ano talaga nangyari. May impact siya kahit hindi sworn affidavit dahil natutugma yung kwento, lalong-lalo na nung testimony ni Gutesa. May impact siya dahil lahat naman haka-haka dati, ngayon pinatutuo niya. So it is debilitating for Malacanang, for the institution of the presidency, and really they need to answer this directly.
There have been calls for both Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte to resign. But Tiquia is questioning the process of forming a so-called transition council.
My problem with the transition council is who appoints? Who tells them that you're only good for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? That will add up to the instability that you were saying. When you see rallies, and I think there'll be more rallies after November 30, that's actually a recipe for investors to hold back and say, what is happening in the Philippines? Can we do this?
Tax evasion charges have been filed against 2 construction firms tied to a ghost flood control project in Bulacan. The Bureau of Internal Revenue announced today the companies claimed fictitious deductions to avoid paying taxes. Let's go live to Elijah Bonzo at the Justice Department for more. Hi, Elijah, go ahead.
Mai, Bureau of Internal Revenue Commissioner Charlito Mendoza and other top officials have filed tax evasion complaints against corporate officials of Sims Construction and Trading and IM Corporation.
Ang una po na sinampahan natin ng kaso ay si Sally Nicolas Santos. Siya po ay proprietor ng Sims Construction Trading. Nagsampa po tayo ng kaso na violation ng Section 254 of the National Internal Revenue Code o tax evasion.
In addition to this, the BIR also filed charges against Santos in violation of Section 2255 or willful failure to supply correct and accurate information. These charges are in connection with a ghost flood control project in Baliwag, Bulacan.
Nag-file po siya ng tax return sa Bureau of Internal Revenue at nagdeklara ng deductions or construction cost. Subalit, since wala naman pong aktual na proyekto na nagawa, di ibig sabihin fictitious itong deductions, non-existent. At ito po ay ginawa lamang para maiwasan ang pagbabayad ng tamang buwis.
IM Construction is facing similar charges. Overall, the BIR has assessed them with 13.8 million pesos in total tax liabilities. Aside from paying their taxes, the proprietors would also face imprisonment up to 10 years. This marks the 12th criminal complaint filed by the BIR in connection with the anomalous flood control projects, with an estimated total tax liabilities of 8.87 billion pesos.
Lydia, may iba pa ba silang contractor na iniimbestigahan?
Yes, according to Commissioner Mendoza, may mga tinitignan pa silang ibang projects ng dalawang contractor na to at maging mga iba pang contractors that were linked into the flood control scandal. And when it comes to elected officials, the BIR said basta lahat ng dapat imbestigahan ay iniimbestigahan. Since this is an ongoing investigation, they cannot divulge more.
Thank you, Lydia Bonzo, reporting to us live from the DOJ in Manila. Women human rights defenders are calling for stronger legal safeguards as threats like harassment, red tagging, and forced disappearances continue to rise. Today in Quezon City, advocates are pushing for a gender-responsive protection bill as part of the 18-day campaign to end violence against women. Our Pierre Pastor is on the line for more details on this. Hi, Pierre, go ahead.
Hi, Mai. This event is organized by the Philippine Alliance of Human Rights Advocates, or PARA, and women's rights groups to highlight the escalating risk faced by WHRDs, including red tagging, harassment, surveillance, and criminalization. And the group is stressing the urgent need for legal safeguards that reflect the gendered nature of these attacks and push for a gender-responsive HRD protection bill. An example of a woman defender who is a victim, if you remember, is Nanay Sally Uhano, who was arrested without a warrant on November 21, 2021, a 64-year-old mother. Until today, she's in the Women's Correctional. She was an anti-human trafficking advocate and served as a director of the Women's Crisis Center, but was accused of rebellion and being involved in the ambush of 2 military personnel after 15 years, when in fact the military men were killed by the CPP-NPA. And of course, the case of Representative Laila de Lima, who was imprisoned for 6 years. There are many human rights defenders who went through forced disappearance, and until now they have not yet surfaced. Now, there has been bills, filed, House Bill 214, authored by ACT, House Bill 656, authored by Representative Priscilla Lagman, House Bill 1431, filed by Representative Laila de Lima, and House Bill 3935, filed by Representative Bella Swansing. But these bills only reached third reading and never passed into law. Now, for the group, the human rights violations were allegedly committed by FPRRD, whom they say is a misogynist because of his vocal belittling of women's value. And now there are recorded 56 cases of forced disappearance of human rights defenders under PDVM. Now, the group is looking for champions in the Senate to push for the bills to protect human rights defenders, in the likes of Senator Riza, Kiko Pangilinan, and Bam Aquino. Mai?
Pierre, what was the group's reaction on the delays of the passage of this bill?
Mai, of course, they say it is clearly the bill is not in the priority. They're asking the consolidation of the filed bills because there are different sectors who want to be specifically included or mentioned in the term human rights defender. So they want a continuous dialogue for these. Mai.
Thank you. Pierre Pastor reporting to us. Former FEU Law Dean Attorney Mel Santamaria says public frustration with the government is rising, but most Filipinos still don't want a change in leadership. Speaking on BNC's The Spokes, Santamaria says many are angry over ongoing corruption allegations, yet they believe removing President Bongbong Marcos now would only disrupt the investigations already in motion.
What is the prevailing opinion right now among the common people? Do they really want a change in leadership, or do they just really want to make sure that these government officials, congresspeople, or executive branch should go to jail?
Ako, ang feeling ko,
Frustrated lang sila.
frustrated lang, disappointed lang, but not necessarily a change in leadership. Because yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina, wala nang mangyayari 2.5 kung hindi mo itutuloy yung inumpisa na itong floodgate na to. Tuloy mo na hanggang may matapos, hanggang may ma-convict. Pero kung mag-change tayo ng administration, baka
Wala lalong mangyayari.
hindi lang yun, baka mag-iba ang mga respondents.
He also cautions against assuming Vice President Sara Duterte is ready to step in. Santamaria says she lacks the, quote, moral authority to lead while she has not answered the impeachment complaints against her, including accusations involving an alleged assassination attempt and questionable confidential funds. Santamaria adds that recent mass protest actions are crucial, keeping pressure on the government and signaling that the public is watching closely. The demonstrations, he says, prevent officials from treating the situation as business as usual. Despite the unrest, Santamaria believes the dominant sentiment is not to replace the president, but to insist on accountability from officials implicated in wrongdoing. Up next, content creators Jeff and Rhea Ong are set to begin a new chapter in their lives right before Christmas. Parenthood. They will join us live after the break. Don't go away. The Daily Dish will be right back.
As Monique would say it, hello, hello, welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. You can call our guests today #CoupleGoals. They're known as one of the most stylish couples on this side of social media.
And now they are preparing for the next chapter of their lives, and it's happening really, and I mean really soon. You'll
Really
see.
soon, yeah.
Joining us live in the studio are content creators Jeff and Rhea Ong. Welcome.
Welcome, Jeff and Rhea.
We have 3 guests today.
We have three guests today. That's super cute. You know what? When we met you earlier in the green room, I was like, wow, they look so young. and it's lovely to see young couples so in love and starting a new chapter in their lives, having a new baby. So, how did you meet?
The honest answer?
Of course.
She messaged me on Facebook.
Yeah, he messaged me. O, diba?
Ano ba talaga yung totoo? Ikaw yung message.
What was the message? What was the message?
Hey lang.
Hey!
Hey, tapos after a few years, buntis na. I wish it was that easy for me to go dating. Hey.
No,
tapos-
literally, it was hey. 3 letters.
Hey lang, di ba?
Hey lang.
And what did you say to him? Hi.
Parang sabi ko, parang dito deserve ng reply na ASAP. So I'm gonna like let him wait.
So like, I replied siguro after 2 days.
And what did you say? Hey,
Parang,
babe.
hey.
That's what the cows eat. Ganun.
And then from Hey, where did it take you guys to? Conversation, a
The
date?
reason why like I entertained him kasi parang the conversation was very friendly. So it wasn't parang like parang
Friendly na yung hey.
flirty.
Yeah, kasi you know me, if someone messages me hello, I don't respond because tell me already what you need. Time is of the essence. So you're so lucky in 2 days you got a
In 2
response.
days. Yeah, sabi ko parang interesting. Sabi ko, cute din naman. Cute din naman.
And
Sige.
when, after how many days or weeks was the first meeting?
After
Almost a month.
almost a
Almost a
month.
month.
So she made you wait for a month or you made her wait for a month?
She made me wait for a month. Then I asked her out.
Yeah.
After the first meeting?
Yeah.
Yung first meeting namin, parang sabi ko, oh, it's just a hangout, ha? It's
Yeah.
not a date. Yeah.
Oh, you already felt that there might be something. Oh my! Speed is of the essence, Ferds. Time.
Nagulat ako doon. Okay.
Were you a content creator then
Yes.
already? Okay.
Siguro 2008 pa.
2008.
Since 2008, that's how long your career was spanning.
I was vlogging pa talaga.
Starting
Vlogging,
with
but she
vlogging,
was,
okay.
you were in Zamboanga
I
at
was
that
in
time.
Zamboanga.
But that's so interesting. Okay, let's shift muna the careers. Mamuhin muna love story niyo.
Sige.
So, blogging from Zamboanga, was it difficult? Because, syempre, you don't have a lot of resources
Yes,
there in
definitely.
terms to like boutiques and shops that you can shop at.
Yeah.
Kasi you're a fashion girl.
Yes.
So, how did that evolve?
So I started like wearing my mom's clothes, ukay-ukay. Kasi like we have like a ukay place talaga and my mom would bring me there. So that's why I was introduced to fashion talaga.
Okay, because you know what, we've had a guest, your good friend, Shire Luna,
Oh,
is
yeah,
giving
we know
us,
her.
she's giving us a challenge to do an ukay challenge.
Actually, it's fun.
Yeah, but so coming from ukay,
Yeah.
and of course getting your outfits and stuff like that, that's how you started to blog. Do you blogging on the ukay finds?
Yes, and then more on I really mix the pieces. So I don't shop in like department stores because we don't have
Yeah.
department store in Zamboanga. So like we have like small malls, but we don't call it like, we don't have SM back then. It's like we have like mga small malls lang talaga.
Well, talagang creativity is
Yeah,
the
so
key
it's
to
really
success.
styling that you were
Yes.
aiming for and going for. So from blogging, because we all know blogging is medyo passe now, how did you evolve to being a creator?
Oh, when I moved here in Manila around 2014, that's when I think Instagram was started to boom.
Yes.
So like, yun, I was exploring like a different platform na. And then it was, we also had lookbook back then. So lookbook is where you like document all of your outfits. So it's like you make a photo collage of your outfit, like for like this top, like it's from something, it's from this brand, it's from this brand. And then for Instagram, kasi it's more on photos na lang din talaga. So that's when I like slowly moved to
And
like
that's when you became
content creation.
humongously popular.
No.
Yes, online you really have a following already.
Huge,
So
huge.
I want to know from Jeff over here, how did you become a creator? Was it something that Rhea influenced you or you've
Yeah.
always had it with you?
Yeah, she influenced me with that because originally I'm a photographer talaga. Like I shoot fashion.
What a perfect relationship.
Yes, the
So I
perk.
shoot fashion, commercials, food,
Yes.
yeah, mga products. Then when I courted her, syempre ako na
2000 and...
2015.
15.
Okay, after, a year after you got you came to
Yeah.
Manila. Okay.
So sabi ko sa kanya, tara shoot tayo ng outfit mo. ganyan."
Ganun ba yung ano? Ganun ba yung ligawan? Tara, shoot tayo.
Hey, tapos tara shoot tayo.
Hindi ba pwedeng coffee muna? Ganun.
Then yun, ako yung nag-shoot ng outfits niya.
Outfit.
Then ako, I love fashion din, pero I don't document it
I can
before.
tell, oh, you're
I
very
don't like
fashion forward.
shoot
Doesn't
it.
post it.
Oo,
So I
I don't
was
post
like,
it. Parang ako lang, for self lang.
I can take your photos din naman. So sabi ko,
Sa'yo
you
post
post
mo.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yung post mo lang yan.
Oo, post ka rin. So like,
And
sayang naman yung outfit niya that day.
So it became a relationship collab also professionally.
yes.
Yeah, oo.
And then, when did you start dating because of this sort of working relationship?
Actually, 2015.
Yeah.
Ang
2015.
bilis-bilis nila, Chang.
You know, I really wanna know how this works because literally, you saw her online.
Yeah.
What was it that made you? Because I want to reach out to Richard Gere, Tom Cruise, and say, hey, hello. But like, what was it with Rhea that made you feel like, I want to meet her?
Like, I saw her sa recommended friends. Yung tab lang na yun. Tapos parang nakasmile kasi siya nun. Then I added her, tapos message agad.
It was just her smile.
Yeah.
Literally.
And tattoo. May tattoo siya. Pero henna pala eh.
It was a henna tattoo.
Nabulog ka sa henna.
Sabi ko, saan yung tattoo mo? Ay, henna lang.
Wala na.
Did you know it then that there's something I kind of really want to be serious with her, or was it just something casual like, oh, nice smile, nice henna, which I thought it was a tattoo?
Well, it started at that. Yung parang casual lang. Then siguro after a year. Or before a year. Yan.
And then when did you realize, wait, papakasalan ko na to?
When we started, I think, living in together. That was pre-pandemic, no?
Pre-pandemic 2018.
2018, 2019?
Okay, 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice because, you know, you chose first to live together. Okay, what propelled you to go through that path?
I'm actually very independent. So when I moved here, I was alone. And then my mom kasi, actually my parents are very like supportive. So parang they trusted him talaga. So they wanted Jeff to be there to like, just so like I'm safe lang. So they're sure na, oh, you're safe, ganyan. Okay, dapat nandyan na si Jeff with you, ganyan.
It was accidental kasi parang dapat thrice a week lang or twice a week, no?
Yeah, visit lang siya to check me like kung okay ba ako, ganyan.
Tapos naging twice a week na lang ako sa bahay namin.
Little did Rhea's parents know that map, lumipat na po siya.
Together, living together already.
At least you've got very supportive parents. What did your parents say, Jeff?
At first,
you look like you may come from a conservative Philippine Chinese family.
At first, they're not like, they're against it.
Sino ba yung babaeng yan?
Pero,
were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pero through, through a year siguro or more,
Parang
they met her naman, tapos okay naman.
And then how has it evolved so far? And when you guys took the plunge 3 years ago to decide to get married, so how has it evolved?
Actually, a lot has changed talaga from our relationship. Kasi before, syempre when you're living together, when you start living together, like you argue a lot.
Yes, because you find out that the real person
Yes, and you have a lot of differences, like in terms of like chores.
Kahit small differences, no?
Yeah, small differences. So we fight a lot, like lalo na sa mga dishes, ganyan. Like, oh, ikaw, like, iba yung ways talaga namin. So like, we talked, parang sabi namin sa isa't isa na parang, okay, like, you grew up differently, I grew up differently. So imagine like in 20 years, this was my normal, and for 20 years, his normal was different
Yes,
from
you
mine.
had your own lives. We're actually seeing your wedding right now on screen.
Your very stylish wedding.
How you celebrated your love story. So this is just the beginning.
Yes, but before that, Chal, I'm quite interested. Was there a point in your relationship where you were living it together, you're like, maybe this is not gonna work out, maybe gonna walk out?
You're smiling, Rhea.
Yeah. During the first year of living in together.
Yeah. Kasi that's really that was the test of our relationship talaga, the first year of living together. So you're gonna like learn a lot from each other. So yeah.
Don't put the toilet seat down, ganon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you recommend for couples of a certain age, okay, to test the waters first before getting married?
Well, based on our experience, mas better.
Yeah.
Na you
Because
get
she
to know
didn't walk away, Rhea. And Jeff, did you have at that point when you wanted to walk away as well?
Meron. Pero hindi natuloy.
Yeah.
But
I think
agree.
that's normal with a relationship because there's nothing, like there's no perfect relationship naman. So you would really fight.
There is a perfect relationship. Yes,
With God.
my relationship with myself.
Because you can't walk out on yourself.
That's true.
You can't walk out on yourself. Okay, I want to dive into this world of being a content creator because you are doing it both as a couple, like what we're seeing, all of these posts that what we're seeing on right now on the screen, you know, how you're actually living your life, so and so. So doing it together now, how is it? Do you share material, clients? How does it
work?
Yeah.
Well, kasi us, we built our branding na medyo separate, no?
Yeah. Actually, we have different branding talaga.
Sige
But
nga, what's yours?
parang ako kasi I would say na I am very focused on fashion and beauty. And we have different market. Since for Jeff, he's doing fitness.
Yeah.
Yes, we see your fitness journey online. Yeah.
So that's something that I'm not like very into right now.
And then, but you also have content that you do together.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Like
ano naman, like yung mga, like yung husband and wife content.
Yeah.
Is that popular?
We noticed that there's like a traction with
Yeah.
that type of content. Like people enjoy it. Probably because they can relate to
Yes,
that type
because
of
your
content.
age now, you're in your early 30s to mid 30s, and a lot of people that follow you are also going to that relationship
Same
path,
journey as
Yes.
them.
career
Yeah,
path.
correct.
That's why may traction, right?
Yes.
So full-time content creators.
Actually not,
No.
because we also have our business.
Okay.
And then we also do like the creative agency thing on the side. So we shoot content for other brands.
Okay, wait. Hold on to that because Chal and I want to find out more about that. No, Chal?
We're gonna dive deeper later on. Our conversation with content creators Jeff and Rhea Ong will continue after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Our guests today, content creators Jeff and Rhea Ong. And we will
Yes.
still continue the talk on love, career, and everything else that's in front of me.
Yeah.
That we
So
see.
before we took the break, we're talking about business.
Yes.
So have you guys put together businesses aside from content creation? Which, as you said, your agency. What's that about?
So we made Jupiter Creative
Yeah,
Lab.
it's a creative agency. So we handle clients. We shoot contents for clients, mga reels,
Yeah.
posts.
Uy, pwede sa atin yun.
Yeah. We're just
If you
here.
We're just
Where do
here.
you
Pero wala
attribute-
kaming budget.
Where do you attribute your success? Because, you know, going online right now, a lot of people are there. It's quite saturated. So
Yes.
where do you, where, tips for us?
What makes you unique? What makes
Differentiates you,
cut
yeah.
above the rest, rather?
Well, I think through experience na din, like yung backgrounds namin, we don't settle kasi for one income lang. Like, we prepare for kung ano yung what's coming.
Yeah.
So yun, we have yung, through that, we invested in a barbershop then. We have a barbershop in the south, Alabang.
Okay.
So,
Then-
and you guys, of course, preparing, right? But then
Yes.
there's a very big thing to prepare for, which is your baby.
She
right?
is 7 weeks pregnant.
She's about to give
Give
birth
birth
next week.
anytime, actually.
Yes.
Very soon.
OMG.
Can be next week.
Are you nervous?
Excited.
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 Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure Jeff is probably, once your baby comes out, doesn't want to touch it. And
Yeah.
Because you're scared you're going to break it. Don't worry, you cannot break a baby easily, okay? They're very resilient. And of course, you know, with this new change in your life, how are you preparing for it?
Actually, we've prepared, of course, practically, financially,
Yeah.
mentally,
Mentally.
so, and everything else in the house. So it's parang, I think it's how do you say it? Parang hindi lang siya one factor eh. Like you have to consider
Very
all
holistic
of,
na
yeah, holistic,
approach.
all of the factors talaga.
Okay.
Since we're adding a new addition to our family.
What I want to ask is, since you both are very much online,
Yeah.
have you guys decided if you will also share your baby, the story of growing up online? Because some parents, they prefer
don't.
not to.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
oo.
that's actually the, like, I think it's a debate online. Like, some parents don't wanna share their kids, their kid online, and some, they're very open.
Yeah, some put stickers on the face that we
Yeah.
don't show.
And what about you two?
For us, we've talked about
we
it
talked about
na we're not gonna like super
Hide it.
hide
Hide
her.
Her na pala.
Not it. Not it. Not it.
her. So we're not gonna totally hide her. So we're just gonna like
Casual lang.
if nakita yung face niya, yeah. But we're not gonna force it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't also wanna make like a content focused
On
on
her.
her. Kasi parang we don't wanna ano rin talaga like put a
Hard sell
pressure
her
or whatever. Kasi parang for us, kasi parang we're gonna be first-time parents, we're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna learn from it, but parang we also have our ano na rin, mga agreements.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great to prepare yourself so you don't have concerns and issues regarding some of those agreements. But my question is, have you gotten advice from your parents regarding the baby?
Yes, for sure.
A lot.
A lot of advices. And it's totally different from my parents and her parents. Pero
Yeah,
like,
because different values,
Backgrounds,
right?
yeah.
They're different. You know, both are legit, both are valid, but
Yeah. Yes.
just wanted to know which part of the traditional Philcha you're going to be part of, which part of your more open-minded childhood are you going to be imparting on the baby?
we talked about it. Like, we don't close our minds naman. Like, we consider every advice.
Oh, that's
Then
nice.
siguro,
You're open-minded
through
to it.
time, like, we're gonna apply it. Kung ano yung pwedeng i-apply.
Mas that something that we feel is more applicable
Yeah.
for our baby.
Okay, you mentioned a lot of things that you do together.
Yes.
Right? You've invested in a business together, you have this company together, you're both content creators. So you're practically together every day. And
Yes.
sometimes for other couples, it's a little too much. Sometimes it works.
Like
How do you
us,
make
it's
it
too much.
too
Didn't say about the last night
Oh, but
already.
Ferdi, I want you every single time.
She really dreamed about it last night.
Ferdi last night. That's why it's too much. But what is it? How is it for you guys? Like, is it something that you are used to and that you prefer, or what would you advise to other couples also working together?
Well, doing everything together naman gives us parang may alone time din kami. Like yun yung inask ko from her.
Yeah.
Like I have my alone time from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. or 8 a.m.
That's when he goes to the gym,
Yeah.
he does all his running.
And when's your alone time?
I'm asleep. So that's my alone time.
Yeah.
Rest.
Rest.
Rest is key. Motherhood
is
first.
key.
I thought you're going to have a violent reaction. Ganon, natutulog alone time.
No, I agree. Rest is
Yeah.
key. Yes, it's very important.
All right, so guys, we have a segment here called Rapid Fire. It's our favorite because whatever comes to your head first when we ask the question, that's what your answer is gonna be.
Okay.
So, my darling,
We'll be asking this question. All you have to do is say the first thing that
Yes.
comes in your head. Ready?
yeah, your question first.
Okay, go. Who said I love you first?
Me.
Yee!
Ah, wait.
Me.
Honest.
Ikaw na
answer.
talaga.
Me.
You, okay.
Oh, but he was being nice to say and a gentleman
Yeah.
na me.
Who's more malambing?
Jeff.
Jeff
How do you
Max.
make lambing? Okay. Who apologizes first after an argument?
Jeff.
Me.
Okay, matching outfits. Whose idea was it?
Both.
Both, no?
You style together.
No.
She styles you?
No,
Accidentally
sometimes
siya, no?
accidentally.
It's very
like,
anyo kasi yun. Like, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
When they get married or they're dating, they have matching outfits.
Yes.
Who's more ready for sleepless nights? Because you're gonna have a baby real soon.
Think her.
yeah.
You.
Okay, this is an individual question. What was the first thing you bought for the baby?
The first thing we bought was
You lang.
Ikaw
me
lang,
lang. A blanket with her name.
Black with your name, Jeff?
I bought her Keith na onesie.
Yeah.
It's from Japan.
Uy, marunong na siya mag-onesie.
Okay. Team, I think baby will look like me. Who's claiming it?
I think it will look like
Yeah.
Rhea.
But
Girl kasi.
whoever the baby looks like, matangos ang ilong nila.
Definitely.
Congratulations.
Ano puti? Oo.
Congratulations. One word to describe how you feel about becoming parents. You first, Rhea.
It's gonna be one word. New adventure? Adventure?
Excited.
Akala ko may sasabihin, nakakaloka.
Excited, like super.
Tama naman. Okay, this is a staple for us here at the Daily Dish. And we want real answers. If you have 1 billion pesos, what would you do with it? Ladies first.
Gonna invest it in a business.
Okay, what business?
Something about fashion.
Fashion business. And you?
Same. We'll invest it in a business, pero like gym, barbershop. Ay, we have a barbershop na. So laundry shop, yung mga basic needs.
Car wash.
Okay.
Car wash.
Luho. What's the first thing you're gonna buy na luho?
Luho.
Yes, luxury.
Ako
or
watch.
Watch.
Kasi pwede siyang investment din.
Okay. What about you, Rhea?
Me,
House.
probably house.
Hindi naman luho yung house.
Practical.
Ano yun eh? Necessity yun. Diamonds, just like your ears.
Yeah, can be jewelry. So I can pass it down to my
I
baby
don't
girl.
know who cooks between you.
Both.
Both. All right,
yeah.
perfect. So one answer each. If you were to serve a daily dish, what would it be, Ray?
It would be chicken adobo.
Chicken adobo, Jeff?
The recent thing that I cook for her is gising-gising.
Gising-gising.
With
Ooh,
chinos.
good pairing. Adobo and
Okay
gising-gising.
pa yung
Oh.
household nila.
They work well together. We can see it, not just in fashion, but also in food.
Yeah, you can tell us where you live later, so we'll come over for dinner or lunch.
Sure, come over.
Yeah.
Great, Jeff, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining us
so
today. It was
much.
light and fun.
Yes.
And not just the both of you, but also, do you already have a name?
Heraruka.
Hera
Hera.
Ruca.
Thank you for joining us, Hera, on your first TV guesting.
HR. Baka ma-HR
Okay.
naman.
All right, we've got more news for you from around the world, plus sports and entertainment after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Top military leaders are discussing strategy on maritime security at the AFP Leadership Summit. Andrea Salve is joining us from Quezon City for the details. Hi, Andrea. What has been discussed so far?
My discussions on leadership and strategies continue here at the Novotel, Manila, where military leaders are gathered for the 4th AFP Leadership Summit. Among the first to speak for the morning session are retired Justice Antonio Carpio, Philippine Coast Guard Commandant Ronnie Hilgavan, and retired General Emmanuel Bautista. Carpio, in his presentation, reaffirmed the Philippines' historic claim over Scarborough Shoal. Equipped with centuries-old cartographic maps and historical maritime records, he repeatedly emphasized the basis behind Panakot, Bajo de Masinloc, and Scarborough Shoal as one and the same shoal on the western side of the Philippine territory. Amid widespread disinformation favoring Chinese narratives on the West Philippine Sea, the retired magistrate said that it is through presenting historical facts and explaining it to the world is how we combat it. For his part, PCG Commandant Gavan explained the agency's essential role in serving as a link between AFP deterrence and effective maritime presence in the West Philippine Sea. Meanwhile, strategic leadership was the key topic for retired General Bautista's discussion. Banking on his experience as a former AFP Chief of Staff, he told the military officers present today that the burden of strategic leadership weighs heavily on their shoulders. More honorable speakers are expected to speak in the afternoon session later to tackle more insightful topics that aim to enhance and align strategies among the uniformed services. Mai.
Andrea, what do these discussions mean for the country's ongoing strategy in the West Philippine Sea, and how might they shape the AFP's approach moving forward?
These discussions really help reinforce a more unified, fact-based, and rules-driven approach in the West Philippine Sea sa pamamagitan nga nitong pag-highlight ng historical evidence, maritime presence, and strategic leadership. The summits like this, and even yung mga interagency exercises, help align the AFP and other agencies toward a coordinated whole-of-government effort sa West Philippine Sea. Mai.
Andrea, did the Leadership Summit provide any new strategies or directions for military operations in the West Philippine Sea?
It emphasized key principles that will guide future actions, not only for military operations, but as well as legal approaches coming from the former Associate Justice. And of course, yung fact-based communication to really counter disinformation and enhance strategic leadership. The focus mainly was on aligning mindsets and priorities, ensuring that the AFP's approach remains consistent, deliberate, and anchored on national policy. Mai.
Thank you, Andrea Salve, reporting to us from Quezon City. Hong Kong is battling its deadliest fire in decades. At least 44 people are dead, including a firefighter, and nearly 300 residents remain unaccounted for after a massive blaze tore through the Wang Fuk Court complex in Tai Po. The fires in 4 of the 8 towers were declared under control early this morning, though flames were still visible hours later. Police say unsafe scaffolding and foam materials used during renovation work may have fueled the spread of the fires. 3 executives of the construction company doing the renovations have been arrested and are facing charges of suspected manslaughter. 45 people remain in critical condition, and nearly 900 residents are now in temporary shelters. Some survivors describe desperate escapes, while others are still searching for their loved ones. Road closures, bus diversions, and school shutdowns continue across Tai Po. Joining us now is DFA spokesperson Ambassador Angelica Escalona to discuss the Philippine government's response after the deadly fires at that Wang Fuk Court complex in Hong Kong, and whether any Filipino nationals may have been affected. Hi, good afternoon, Ambassador Escalona.
Good afternoon, Mai, at magandang tanghali sa ating mga kababayan.
First of all, Ambassador, what do you know about the situation on the ground? Do you have information on whether the fires have been completely put out?
According to news reports, na-put out na po, but there are still rescue efforts ongoing. And according naman to the Philippine Consulate General in Hong Kong, as of this time, wala pa po silang confirmed reports na may Pilipinong nasaktan o nasawi sa sunog na ito. However, the consulate received unverified information na posibleng may mga Pilipinong natrap pa sa mga buildings. So, agad-agad nilang pinasa ang impormasyon sa mga Hong Kong authorities para ma-check.
Marami pa po ang missing. Do you have the latest on the casualty count, Ambassador?
Well, according to reports, 44 ang namatay and more than 200 are missing. But they have not given the names or details yet of those victims.
Well, in Hong Kong, correct me if I'm wrong, Ambassador, but there are more than 220,000 Filipinos.
You are correct. There are 230,000 Filipinos in Hong Kong. and more than 205,000 are domestic workers. Now, in this complex, residential complex, apparently there are many elderly people. That is why we think na meron pa tayong possibly mga kababayan doon.
Has anyone reached out to you looking for their loved ones or their relatives?
We'll have to verify po sa ating Philippine Consulate General, but our consulate has a 24/7 hotline for Filipinos in distress and their next of kin. At yung consulate din po natin, umiikot sila ngayon sa mga temporary shelters na itinayo ng Hong Kong government upang malaman kung may mga Pilipinong nangangailangan ng tulong.
So maraming ang temporary shelters set up by the Hong Kong government, and you just said there are teams deployed to coordinate with the local authorities. What do you think are the immediate needs of our kababayans there who may be affected?
Opo, so that includes shelter, of course, food, kung hindi na sila makabalik sa kanilang mga apartments, and other necessities. And of course, in coordination with whatever medical assistance is necessary.
Ambassador, you mentioned the hotline. Can you dictate that to us? Ano po yung communication line that's open for anyone who may want to reach their loved ones or for any information on their loved ones?
Alright, nasa Facebook to ng Philippine Consulate General in Hong Kong. Hold on, please.
All right, Ambassador, while you're looking for the hotline,
yes.
we can flash that maybe on our screens
Yes,
later
nandun
on.
naman yan.
Nasa
Sa
Facebook
ano
naman
natin,
ng
sa
DFA.
Facebook nila. Opo.
Okay po. So what assistance is the Philippine government prepared to provide our kababayans there who may be displaced or injured? Kasi I'm sure marami rin ang nawalan ng kanilang tutuluyan, ano?
Yes, yes. As I mentioned earlier, yung tungkol sa shelter, so possibly coordination with the local government, anong shelter sila makakatuloy, the basic supplies, mga clothing, mga food. We also have our migrant workers office in Hong Kong that can possibly provide some financial assistance and whatever assistance that will be requested from us. We will, as much as possible, assist our kababayans.
All right, moving forward, Ambassador, are there plans for maybe repatriation or evacuation for any of our kababayans who may be in danger or who are unable to access safe shelter in the aftermath of these deadly fires?
Abangan po natin. Let's wait for the requests for kababayan. But we are closely coordinating with the Philippine Consulate General in Hong Kong about this.
All right.
Po kami dyan.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Thank you for your time, Ambassador Angelica Escalona.
Thank you, Mai.
In Mexico, the Attorney General is investigating the president of the Miss Universe organization over alleged links to drug trafficking, arms trafficking, and fuel theft. Authorities say 13 arrest warrants have been issued, though they have not publicly named the individuals involved. Local media reports that one of those warrants is for Miss Universe President Raul Rocha. Prosecutors referred to him only as Raul R. in keeping with Mexican legal practice. No information yet on his status. Rocha has not responded to requests for comment. The Miss Universe organization also has remained silent. The investigation adds new turmoil to a pageant already under scrutiny after Mexico's Fatima Bosch won this year's Miss Universe title in Thailand. Many fans are saying the voting was rigged. Earlier in the competition, she led the walkout after accusing the pageant director of insulting her. Bosch later received public support from Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, who praised her for speaking up. Pope Leo XIV begins his first trip outside Italy as a Catholic leader. He visited Turkey on Thursday before heading to Lebanon. He is expected to call for peace in the Middle East and urge unity among long-divided Christian churches. Turkey, a mostly Muslim country, marks the 1700th anniversary of the Council of Nicaea, where the Nicene Creed, still central to most Christian faiths, was established. The Pope will first visit Ankara to meet President Tayyip Erdogan and address political leaders, and then travel to Istanbul to meet Orthodox Patriarch Bartholomew. British billionaire Richard Branson is mourning the death of his wife, Joan Templeman. Branson announced her passing on Instagram, saying he was heartbroken, and later wrote that life, quote, will never be the same without her. His wife was 80 years old. He did not reveal the cause of death, but said she had recently been recovering from a back injury. Branson reflected on their 50 incredible years, describing a life filled with laughter, kindness, and a deep family bond. Branson and Templeman met in London in 1976 and married 13 years later. She kept a low profile throughout their life together, and Branson remembered her as a joyful, down-to-earth Scottish woman who always put others first. The European Parliament approved a non-binding resolution calling for a minimum age of 16 to access social media and AI chatbots, aiming to ensure age-appropriate online use. Under EU rules, countries currently set their own age limits, but lawmakers want a harmonized age of 16, with 13 to 16-year-olds allowed access only with parental consent. Minors below 13 are banned from using these platforms. Lawmakers also want to ban addictive features, manipulative ads, and gambling-like elements, and address AI tools that produce fake or inappropriate content. We will have more stories for you after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Hello, welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. In sports, the Philippines is set to witness world-class tennis very soon. The country will host its inaugural WTA tournament, the Philippine Women's Open, happening from January 26 to 31, 2026. This is a WTA 125 event. It features a 32-player singles draw, 16-team doubles field, and won $15,000 in prize money, all set on newly upgraded hard courts at the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. There was concern about a schedule clash with the Australian Open, but the Philippine Sports Commission says Alex Ayala's participation won't be affected. The PSC explains renovations and expanded seating for over 2,000 fans are already underway. The
characters of Netflix's most watched animated film, K-pop Demon Hunters, are coming to life on the 2025 Mama Awards stage. According to its social media announcement, a special collaboration between K-pop groups will bring Huntrix and Saja Boys to the stage. Members of girl group Baby Monster will take on the roles of Huntrix, while Saja Boys will be portrayed by members of Boy Next Door, Rise, Twas, and Zero Based One. The two-day event will also showcase performances from other K-pop groups, along with appearances by Hong Kong and Japanese boy bands. Launched in 1999, the Mama Awards, formerly known as the Mnet Asian Music Awards, remain one of the major year-end award ceremonies in the K-pop industry. This kid's officially a game changer. Sony Pictures Animation just dropped the new trailer for GOAT. The film
Robinson Land's newest premium destination, Opus, welcomes its first Christmas with a night of festive music, lights, and holiday cheer, and I had the chance to join the celebration. Now here's what went down. Tonight, the holidays sparkle with a fresh kind of elegance here at Robinson's Land Corporation's newest premium lifestyle destination, Opus. And for its very first Christmas, Opus unveiled a Christmas masterpiece, a night that reimagines what a modern holiday celebration can be.
In everything that we do, we always remind ourselves that at the core is really the communities that we serve. And I think that's a very relevant discussion or a conversation that we should be having nowadays. We have been challenged with a number of calamities, from earthquakes to typhoons, and so we always try to be there, present for the people that we serve and the markets that we are in, so that we are able to uplift the lives of Filipinos.
Held at the heart of the Bridgetown Destination Estate, the event gathered distinguished guests, industry leaders, and city officials for an evening of music, flavor, and refined holiday spirit, signaling RLC's bold foray into the premium lifestyle space. Since opening in 2024, Opus has been redefining the modern mall experience, a space where business, leisure, culture, and community flow seamlessly together. With its thoughtful architecture, curated retail and dining, and inspiring open spaces, every visit feels intentional and elevated. And tonight, Opus lived up to its vision. The Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra filled the air with sweeping symphonies, while world-renowned theater star Rachel Ann Go delivered a breathtaking performance of her signature theater hits and beloved Christmas classics, setting the tone for a holiday night crafted with artistry and heart. Opus described itself as a masterpiece in progress, an upscale, evolving destination for families, urban dwellers, and anyone seeking a more elevated way to experience the city. With its stylish interiors, family and pet-friendly designs, and refined lifestyle offerings, it reflects Robinson's Land's next chapter: sophisticated, intentional, and world-class.
We're delighted, of course, to have you and many others to visit us here in Opus, as well as our other malls, where we always try to elevate the offerings to our customers. So for the season, it's all about hope and joy, and we're celebrating all of our Robinson's malls in Robinson's Land.
More than tree lights and holiday music, tonight marked the start of a new era for Robinson's Land. Because here at Opus, Christmas isn't just celebrated, it's curated, designed, and experienced like a true masterpiece.
And tomorrow on the Daily Dish, we have Gretchen Fragada, Editor-in-Chief of the Metro Edit. Chef and restaurateur Ed Bugaya will also hang out with us in the studio. Catch those conversations live at noon only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. All right.
And before we do our countdown, I just want to say we had a long day today, so I'm taking a little breather and a sip.
Yeah.
Why is yours purple?
I'd like to thank Zeus Coffee for this.
Ube looks super young. And you have matcha.
And the instant one, matcha, right? It's
I love
everywhere.
it.
You know, it's just what we need to take out the stress, of the morning rush, for example, earlier, right?
Yes, and anyway, so we've got how many more days till Christmas?
28 days.
Lord in
until
heaven, we have 28 days.
And we still haven't shopped.
And still no gift.
We haven't shopped yet,
Yeah.
but I'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. That's it for us today, Thursday, November 27th.
Join us again tomorrow for more real talk and a lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most.
I'm Chal Lontoc. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's the Daily Dish served.
Woohoo!